You guys got one more tomorrow against Boston. Just overall, as a rookie, how are you feeling, and how are you things getting more comfortable the more times you take the floor right now?
I think right now, I think today's practice kind of just worked on the game plan against Boston tomorrow, which I think we're going to come out and execute the game plan as Coach wants us to, and just compete at a high level.
Coach Clifford has talked a lot this season about the priority of getting the ball in the paint, keeping it out of the paint on defense. As one of the, kind of wing guys, what are your responsibilities when it comes to making sure that ball gets in the paint, and then on the other side, making sure, what a lot of people think it's just a center thing, with rim protection. What would you say your responsibilities are on that topic?
Honestly, I think it's just team defense. I think all five is important on the defensive side. Whether you're in help, whether you're low man, or whether you're on the ball, I think it's all contribute as a team.
I know it wasn't quite the real thing yet, but first game in Charlotte the other day, what did it feel like to kind of go out in front of the Hornets fans for the first time, and how much more excited does that make you for opening night?
Definitely just ready to have fun with my teammates. I think the opening night here, it was definitely cold in here. It was cold. It was so cold in the gym. My toes was freezing. Everything was freezing. But no, I just went out there, had fun with my teammates, and came up with a win.
Cliff said that you're an exceptional defender for a rookie, but he said the biggest leap for guys coming from college to the NBA is the pick and roll defense. Would you agree with that? What's the biggest difference you see in the two levels in that aspect?
The biggest difference I see is definitely stronger. You guarding the best in the world. So I think just trying to make them always finish over a good contest. I think that's kind of my goal. I think that's everybody's goals on the team. Is just be the second jumper off the ground and just really compete.
Overall, how would you feel with today's practice?
Good. I mean, we played a lot today, so good energy, good intensity. Guys like to play, obviously, and it's good. And we gotta. As you go forward and guys are starting to get their rhythm more and everything like that, and then obviously you have to add stuff too, as you go along. So it was good.
You talked a lot about how much of a priority the paint is this year on both ends. What do good teams in the paint do to make them so successful in those areas? What do they do to get the ball in the paint and keep it out as well?
Yeah, well, I mean, the defensive part, everything's personnel driven, right? So it really depends on your players. You got to figure out for your individual group what's the best way to go. Some teams are great at protecting the paint because you have Gobert, you have Embiid. They can do a big chunk of that all by themselves. We have two centers who are very solid rim protectors. Other teams like OKC does a great job with it. They do it they just help more. So. It's really personnel driven. Offensively is the same thing. I mean, like Melo obviously for us, Terry for us, Gordon for us. Those guys get in the paint a lot. That was actually getting in the paint last year was a big strength of our team. Then it was the efficiency part once we get in there.
Got a couple guys still dealing with some injuries. Is there any update on statuses for Gordon, Teo, guys like that for tomorrow?
Gordon was good today. He did everything. He scrimmaged and everything. Hopefully he'll feel good tomorrow. Teo scrimmaged today. Let's see how he feels. Leaky was able to do more today. So, we had more guys today that were able to scrimmage.
I know it's just scrimmage today, but what did you accomplish today in the scrimmage that you wouldn't have done if you didn't go out there and do it today?
Yeah, we did a lot. I mean, we did a lot of other stuff before, too. More stuff like a lot of offense against switching. Boston's a great switching team. They put a lot of pressure on your defense with their bigs' ability to flare. Everybody plays 5 out, but Boston's 5 out. Because at the end of the day, really your spacing in our league is your shooting. So even Oklahoma City, one of the things they do, they're 5 out. They play, and all those 5-minute can shoot threes. These guys got Porzingis, Horford, they shoot threes well. And it sets everything up because they're never playing anybody actually, who's not at least a pretty good three-point shooter. So, in order to defend them, everybody has to defend a lot more of the court than you do against most teams.
I know you have one more game still tomorrow. but essentially you're pretty much done with preseason, right? So what, if anything, have I guess you been pleased with the most in the last couple of weeks here?
Biggest thing, just the attitude. You know, again, the older guys have come in with a great attitude. You know, Terry, Gordon, working hard, in great shape. They've set a great tone, and I think that we've had a good attitude about everything. So practices have been good. I keep waiting for a clunker. We haven't really had one of those yet, but we'll see Friday, you know. So, no, and we've gotten better already, so it's just different. I mean, you know, I'm used to 8 preseason games and about 8 more days of preseason, you know. So even then, the first 2, 3, 4 games, you were holding your breath because you don't know, and this is even more like that.